Dad, I just got off the plane. I'm getting on the bus soon. I should be home in a couple hours.
Okay. Karina, are you doing okay? I mean, I know this whole situation isn't okay, but... Are you doing any better since I spoke to you on the phone this morning?
Yeah. I was just kinda regretting going to a college so far away from home. I knew Mom's heart wasn't good, but I still chose to go to a college halfway across the country. I wish I could go back in time and have stayed close to home.
There's no reason for you to regret anything. You worked hard to get into that college. It's been your dream for so long. You made the right decision for your life.
But if I'd have stayed close to home, I could have seen Mom more often. I wasn't there for her when she died. I feel like I let her down.
That's not true at all. Your mom was so proud of you when you got into that college. She understood why you left, and she wasn't upset that you weren't here when she went to the hospital. She always wanted what was best for you. You know that. Your mom would have been upset if you had stayed close to home and hadn't followed your dream.
I guess. So, how are you doing? I know this has got to be tough for you, too. Are you okay?
I'm handling it better than I expected. That could just be because the reality of it hasn't fully hit me yet, though.
I know what you mean. I'm still finding it hard to believe that Mom passed away.
Yeah, for sure. But I've got to go get talking to the funeral home and to Pastor Bowman and see if he's available to do the funeral service. I've got a lot to keep me busy. I'll barely have any time to think about it. So, I should be fine for a while.
Yeah. Don't push yourself too hard. When I get home, I'll help you out as much as I can.
Thanks, honey. Have a safe trip home, okay? Pastor Bowman, thanks for getting back to me. I'm sorry we haven't spoken much. I never really went to church with my wife. I'm really glad you're available to do the funeral service. I'm sure it would mean a lot to her. Don't worry about it. Your wife was a regular at my services. I don't really feel comfortable discussing money with the pastor, but how much money does it cost for you to do a funeral service? My parents died when I was young, so I didn't handle any of the finances. I don't know how much anything costs when it comes to a funeral. This is all a first for me. I understand. Don't worry about it. But please, do me a favor and don't go telling other pastors what I charge, okay? It's supposed to be an expression of your appreciation for the church and for my service. I understand. With the rental of the church for the service, the funeral service, and the burial service, it's usually about $2,000. I see. Funerals aren't cheap, are they? Your wife was a regular at my church, so I'm definitely taking that into account. And the fact that you mentioned you'd be making a donation to the church in your wife's name as well. As you know, a donation to the church is an expression of gratitude for its services and for the community. And your wife has been coming to this church for many years now. As for the funeral, I pride myself on giving a good service and making the whole process as easy for the family as possible. I appreciate that. Thank you. And don't worry, your wife is in a much better place now. I assure you, she's up in heaven now, looking down and smiling. Thanks. I'm sure she is too. So, I understand visitation is tomorrow at the funeral home, and the funeral service will be held the day after, here at the church. I'll be here if you need anything before then, and if you ever want to talk, feel free to contact me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sure I'll have more questions before this is all over. I'll message you if anything comes up. Have a good evening, Pastor Bowman. Karina, where are you? I want you home right now.
No way!
You ruined your mom's funeral. What were you thinking? I want you to apologize to Pastor Bowman right now.
I'm never doing that. I hope that idiot goes to hell.
How could you say something like that? Your mom's been going to his church for years, and he was nice enough to agree to do her funeral service. Do you have any idea what you did today?
I don't care. That idiot was laughing at Mom.
Huh?
He said he was glad she finally croaked.
What are you talking about? Why would he say something like that?
Dad, how much money were you planning on giving him?
For the service?
For everything.
That's not really any of your concern.
Dad, it's important. Before the service started, I heard him talking on the phone with someone. He was telling them how he was getting a large amount of money so he'd be able to pay off his entire debt. He seemed really happy about it.
What?
It's true. He was glad Mom died. I heard him say so. He said he knew a few people from his church that were about to die soon, and he'd be making lots of money from it. I didn't want anyone like that leading the funeral service for my mom.
He really said stuff like that? Your mom's been going to his church for so many years. Are you sure you're not mistaken? He's a pastor, after all. He wouldn't want people to die?
It doesn't matter how long he's known Mom. It seems he's just that kind of person. Do you think I'd do something like that at anyone's funeral if I didn't have a good reason?
So that's why you were yelling at him and saying all those terrible things to him. I'm sorry. I had no idea what had happened, and I got mad at you.
It's okay. I tried to hold my tongue until the funeral was over. But it just disgusted me so much how he seemed so happy that my mom had died, and that he was going to be getting so much extra money because of it. And then when he started saying all those nice things about Mom during the service, and pretending like he'd really miss her, I knew he was lying through his teeth, and I couldn't control myself anymore.
I understand. I'll have a talk with Pastor Bowman.
Okay. I'm sorry. I guess I probably made him pretty angry too, huh?
Well, yeah. He stormed out the back of the church just a few seconds after you stormed out at the front. He never stayed to finish the service.
I had no idea. I'm really sorry, Dad.
Don't worry about it. After hearing your side of the story, I don't think I would have wanted him to continue if you really felt that way about your mom's death. Just come back home, Karina. Your aunts and uncles are really worried about you.
Okay. Tell everyone I'm really sorry for ruining the funeral.
Like I said, don't worry about it. I know your mom will forgive you too. But from now on, please talk with me about things before you jump into action.
Sorry. I was just so filled with emotions. And I knew the funeral was tough for you already. I wanted to tell you what Pastor Bowman had said, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I thought I could hold it in until the service was over, but...
I know exactly what you mean, honey. You didn't want anyone like that standing up there talking about your mom.
Yeah.
Well, all our relatives are here, so maybe I'll talk with them about this and see where we should go from here. Just come back home, as quick as you can, okay? Your whole family's here. There's no reason you should be alone now. Pastor Bowman, I see you didn't go back to your house after the incident. I just went there to speak with you. Mr. Schultz, I feel I should apologize for the way I acted today. I shouldn't have left before the funeral service was finished. But I will expect a considerable donation to the church for the way your daughter treated me today. I'm going to be out of town for the rest of the day, so I'll expect you to come by tomorrow with your payment and offering. I understand. But there's just one thing I need to ask you first. What is it, my child? I heard you were really happy when you heard my wife died, weren't you? My daughter said she heard you say that when you were talking to someone on the phone before the funeral. What are you talking about? I would never be happy that one of my flock has passed away. She heard you say, I'm glad she finally croaked, as you were laughing and telling the person on the other end. Does it make you happy when someone from your church dies? You seem to be excited to get the extra money from doing a funeral service, as well as the possibility of getting something left to the church in the deceased's will. Are you going to believe something like that just because your daughter said it? Yeah, I am. My daughter would never lie to me, especially not about anything like this. She has nothing to gain from it. My wife has been going to your church for a long time now, but you can bet that you'll never see anyone else from my family there ever again. Nobody would want a person who gets excited when people die to lead a funeral service for them, let alone preach to them. If that's what you believe, I rarely saw you in church before, so I wasn't expecting to see you start now anyway. But you still owe me for the service today, and you already agreed to make a donation to the church in your wife's name. You're not a man who would lie to a servant of God, now, are you? Don't you worry about that. I am a man of my word. Then I'll expect payment quite soon. I did what I agreed to do. Just relax. I'll pay you. Mr. Schultz, what's the meaning of this? This isn't the correct amount of money. I told you the service would be $2,000, but you only paid me $200. What's the issue? You didn't complete the job. You left in the middle of it. I think what I paid you is more than fair. No, this is ridiculous. I told you exactly how much it would cost you. You agreed to it. Yeah, I agreed to a particular price for the funeral service. But we never got a funeral service. And what about the donation to the church in your wife's name? You must have misunderstood. That was included in the $200 I gave you. I paid $100 for the 15 minutes of funeral service you did, which is quite respectable for 15 minutes of work. And I said I'd make a considerable donation to the church in my wife's name. She usually put $10 in the church offering every week. I donated 10 times what she usually gives you. 10 times your regular pay is quite considerable, don't you think? I doubt she would want me to donate even that much, seeing as you were so glad she died. Look, considering you just lost your wife, I'm going to be nice when I tell you this. I agreed to do that funeral service for you. I canceled my plans that day for you. You have done nothing for me or this church the entire time I've known you. You should be honored that I even agreed to do your wife's service in the first place. It's a real shame that someone like you gets put in charge of a church in the first place. I know families who have been going to that church for generations, and now someone like you comes in and takes over. I don't care if you like me or not. You don't even go to church. You should care, because I've talked to the people in the neighborhood about you, and they've told me a lot of things. You don't do a damn thing at the church other than your Sunday service. And even then, rumors are going around that it isn't uncommon for you to show up to them hungover. I hear you've even got a part-time job outside of town to try to bring in more money for yourself. Maybe if you put more effort into your sermons and more time into the church and its members, you might get more people coming to church and more people donating. Why do you care? It's not like you've ever come. You've got no right to tell me how to run my church. I guess you're right. I really don't care what happens to you from here on out. But I'll never forgive you for disrespecting my wife and her death. I don't need your forgiveness, but you'd better pay me what you owe me. How do you figure I owe you anything else? Huh? I paid you $100 for 15 minutes of work, and there's no law stating how much a donation to the church has to be. You ruined my wife's funeral completely, so I'm not sure you'd even win in court if you wanted to take it that far. I really don't think you have any right to charge me for anything else. You can't do this to me. You said you were going to give a large donation to the church. I was counting on that money. Pay me what you owe me. I think you need to go back and study how a real pastor is supposed to act. Who exactly ordained you in the first place? You can't force someone to give you a bigger donation just because you don't like the amount. How is a church supposed to survive without donations? How am I supposed to do my service without more donations? I'm guessing caring more about your followers and not showing up to church hungover might help. But then again, I don't know a whole lot about church or religion. But I do know that most of the people in your congregation are quite old. You don't seem to be attracting anyone new, and your congregation is dying off. How many times do I have to tell you? That's why things are so tough for the church right now. The people in this town are just like you. Nobody cares about the church or wants to help. Church is just another part of the service industry. If you offered a decent service, you'd get more people coming. I'm surprised you have anyone left who wants to go to your church. seeing as you hope for everyone who goes to it to die. Shut up! I'm doing the best I can with my circumstances. Show some respect. Look, now that my wife's gone, my family has nothing to do with you anymore. And from what I've heard from others in the neighborhood, a lot of the people who still go to your church are considering leaving soon. You need to take a long look at yourself and what happened yesterday, and think about how you want to proceed from there. Okay, I see your point. But just hold on a second. How about this? How about you just pay me another $800? That's $1,000 less than we originally agreed on. I know your wife had a life insurance policy, right? $800 is nothing to you. How about that? You're still only thinking of yourself, aren't you? Don't push this any further. I've asked around, and $2,000 to have a pastor hold a funeral service in his church is absurd. I don't care what you've gotten yourself into. It's not my responsibility to pay off your debts. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. Look, I wasn't happy that your wife died. I'd have been happy with anyone dying. It was nothing personal. I just needed the extra money doing a funeral service would give me. Then maybe you shouldn't have been talking about money on your cell phone with the family of the deceased so close by. All of this is because you don't care about anyone else other than yourself. You think just because I'm a pastor, I don't worry about money? Money is the only thing I can think about. Saying something like that is an insult to all other pastors, don't you think? Not everyone thinks about money the same way as you. I thought pastors are supposed to study the Bible and actually try to follow its teachings. Doesn't that mean not going out drinking and gambling away what money you do have? What are you saying? I've heard all about your debts and how you spend your money. The church treasurer told me all about what you do with the church's money. You go out to restaurants and bars all the time, drinking and gambling all the church's money away. That's why you had to get a part-time job, and why you're in so much debt. And why you think you can charge $2,000 for a 30-minute funeral service that you leave in the middle of. What I do with my private life and my wage is none of your business. And if you didn't like the price I quoted you, you didn't have to agree to it. I suppose that's true. I just didn't expect a pastor to lie to me about the typical cost. And if the church goes under, it's going to be entirely your fault. So, if you don't want that to happen, maybe you should be a little more careful with how you use its money and how you treat its people. I can't believe this. Your wife died and all I got from it was a measly $200. I had no idea you were so cheap. I'm not cheap. We're going to have a proper funeral for my wife. But this time, we're getting a funeral home to do it. I'm repaying for everything. I don't care how much it costs. And the only reason I don't want to give you another cent is because of what you said in front of my daughter. I don't care if you knew she was there or not. You've got nobody to blame for this but yourself. Like you said, a donation is an expression of gratitude, right? After that, rumors spread about what had happened at my wife's funeral, and more importantly, why. Because of that, a lot of the people who had been on the fence about not going to Pastor Bowman's church anymore finally did quit. The church had been in debt for quite a while, and now there was no way to recover from it. There was no choice for it but to close down. I hear the church is trying to get a new pastor to come in from another area to take it over and try to rebuild its following. I really don't know what's going to happen to Pastor Bowman and all the debt he had built up. But I know that he left town pretty quickly after the church closed, and nobody has heard from him since. I understand that pastors are people too, and that they have private lives and aren't required to live in poverty or anything. But they should at least have the decency to not make light of the dead, especially not in front of the deceased's family. That's clearly not what happened this time, though. Pastor Bowman wasn't taking his duties as a pastor seriously enough, and he didn't seem to care about other people's feelings. And for us, we had my wife's funeral redone at a funeral home. It was tough on our family and friends. getting everyone back together again for such a sad occasion. My daughter did the eulogy this time, and she apologized to her mom about what had happened before. I don't think she needed to do that. I know she did what she did out of love. I think my wife was probably looking down on her smiling, proud of how much her daughter has grown up. Somehow, I think this whole experience has actually helped my daughter and I deal with our loss a little better. My daughter is still going to be studying far from home, so I'm going to be by myself a lot. But because of that, my daughter and I have agreed that I'll go out to visit her every month. It's going to be hard getting our lives back to normal with my wife gone, but I have a feeling that she's going to be looking out for us from now on, and that things will be just fine.
Thanks for watching! If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time!
I told my family that you were from a single-parent household, and they were laughing about it. They were surprised that you had the guts to be my wife.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
My parents said that you were an interesting wife. I mean, I guess they couldn't help it. Someone from a single-parent household has no human rights.
Kent, why are you saying that? I didn't know you would say something so rude. How disappointing.
Disappointing? What the heck? Don't you get that this is funny? My parents are wealthy and they run a business. But then I'm telling you that I don't mind marrying you. You should be grateful for it. If I say that something is funny, all I'm expecting from you is to laugh. You're not gonna have any human rights.
Can you stop saying that? You need to be more respectful about it. Besides, what's wrong with you, Kent? You never looked down on me so badly. Why are you talking to me like that today?
I realized it after I spoke to my mom. You got so lucky. You should be glad that you get to marry me, or else you wouldn't have had anyone choosing you. You got chosen by an heir like me. You're so lucky.
Are you telling me that you felt that way after speaking to your parents about it?
Yeah, that's right. We have a formal marriage meeting this week, so I figured it was better if I tell them in advance that you're from a single-parent household. I told them about it, and that's what they said. They said that someone from a single-parent household has no human rights, so you'd better be ready. Mom told me to tell you, too.
Huh? Did your mother really say that? I'm surprised. I never thought anyone would actually say anything like that.
Well, you probably don't get how it works with the noble. This is how we've always been. You just have to get used to it.
I don't want to get used to something like that.
You should be glad that you get to marry a rich man like me. Well, I hope you try hard as my slave from now on.
A slave? Isn't that a big word for a joke? You're creeping me out. We started our relationship because you were persistently confessing to me. I even turned down your proposal because I felt like it was a little too early, but you still wanted to force it. And yet, you're making it sound as if I'm after your money.
Mom is worried about me. She said that women without human rights like you are typically after the money. Since I'm rich, I ended up feeling a little insecure.
You can be insecure all you want, but I'm not after your money. I don't really care about the fact that your family runs a business. I only discovered it because you told me about it. I was never interested in any of that.
I know you're just saying it, but it's fine. I'll still accept you the way you are, Amy. As long as you stay as my slave for the rest of your life. I'm sorry that you have no human rights.
Cut it out! You're upsetting me! I've known that you like to always fool around, but this is way too much. I'm starting to feel frustrated with everything you said. Make sure you talk to your family by the time we have our marriage meeting. I suggest you not be rude to us. Hey, about the marriage meeting, there's something I'm not so sure about.
What is it? Is everything okay? Is it about the store?
No, that's not what it is. It seems like Kent's parents lack understanding about single-father households, so I thought they might start saying rude things for ridiculous reasons.
What? Who would ever complain about anything like that? Did they say something to you?
Not to me directly, but I'm just worried.
You don't have to worry about anything. Amy, you want to marry Kent, right? I haven't met him yet, but I trust your decision. I'm sure he's the right man for you since you chose him.
Dad, you're overestimating me. If anything, I'm starting to doubt my own decision.
Really? Are you saying that Kent isn't a great man after all?
He's a fun person to be with, but his parents might be a bit different. I haven't met them before, so I'll be meeting them for the first time during the marriage meeting. I'm getting nervous about it, though.
I was against the idea of you marrying Kent, but I decided to prioritize your feelings. Amy, are you sure you want to marry Kent? You need to think carefully before you marry him.
I know. Don't worry. I made sure I made my decisions after thinking about it for myself all my life.
That's true. I won't be getting too nosy about it. I trust you, and that's all that matters.
Okay, I'll see you this Saturday, although I'm still unsure about this.
I heard your father's running late. I guess a single father doesn't even know how to show up on time. My mom was right.
You better cut out the joke. I'm not going back there.
Huh? Why are you saying that? I asked my parents to spare time for us despite how busy they are, but your father is running late, and you disappeared into the restroom after greeting them. You're being rude. This is why they sarcastically said they can't wait to see your parent.
Hey, don't you think they're being completely ridiculous the moment they saw me here at the restaurant? They said that I don't have human rights because I was raised in a single-father household and to be ready. I couldn't believe it. And then, do you remember what you said? You said that you might as well make my father your slave too. You better be kidding. I can't forgive you. Not only did you insult me, but you insulted my dad too. I couldn't stand being there, and that's why I stepped away to the restroom. I'm leaving now.
What? You're being so rude! We were trying to cheer up the vibe, and you're being rude by walking away from us! Just come back here already! You're my slave, so you better do as I say! If you don't come back here before my mom gets upset, our marriage might be put off! Are you sure you want to do that? I'm sure you need to marry me!
Look, I was creeped out when you said those things the other day, but I wanted to tell myself that you were only joking. But based on how you were behaving today, I guess it wasn't a joke after all. Are you telling me that this is the way you'll treat me after we get married?
The way I treat you? What do you mean?
You'd look down on me for the fact that I was raised in a single-father household and say that I don't have human rights, insulting me. You're never going to be listening to what I'd have to tell you. You'll take your mother's words for it, and you won't even care if your mother hurts me by saying all those insults.
What are you talking about? We're from a different class, so it's only natural. My mom is always right about everything she says.
She said that a wife from a single-family household isn't fit to join your family. She said it right in front of both of our faces, but you didn't even care to argue with you. Are you also looking down on me?
I told you to be ready if you want to join my family. My mom is just worried, and it's only natural because I'm an heir.
That's ridiculous. You're saying that I'm a slave just because I was raised by a single father. What era are you from? Actually, there is no such era that ever stated such a ridicule.
Stop blabbering and just come back over here. A wife from a single-parent household will be serving us as a slave, so you'd better be ready for this. I'm sure your father is at the bottom of the hierarchy, just the way you are. He's going to be a slave too. Hi, I'm the slave's father. Huh? I read all the text messages between the two of you. Kent, you don't deserve my daughter. I felt that this marriage needs to be reconsidered. What are you talking about? Are you Amy's dad? Are you sure you want to say that? Amy's gonna be in trouble if she loses the chance to marry me. Maybe you should calm down before you say those things. It seems like talking to you won't really get us anywhere. Okay, I'll go ahead and speak to them about this matter. Just sit there tight. Okay, I'll tell Mom that the slave's father will be here shortly. Don't you dare come close to Amy again. Amy, why aren't you picking up my calls? I've been calling you so many times. Are you okay? Did something happen?
Why are you even asking if something happened? I don't ever want to talk to you again, and I don't have anything to talk to you about, so please stop calling me. I don't have anything for you on my end. Please live the rest of your wonderful life. Go ahead and continue looking down on others for the sake of your happiness.
What are you talking about? That's not right! Where are you? I need to see you! I want to talk to you in person!
I'll never see you again, and I don't need to.
Huh? You're kidding me! Why didn't you tell me that Mr. Morrison, the chairman, is your father?
At this point, I figured you'd get to meet him at the meeting today, so that's why I didn't have to tell you. Well, it proved that there was no reason for me to tell you. I'll never be seeing you ever again. You treated me and my family as if we were your slaves. And you should be ready to face any consequences that will await your family.
What are you talking about? I never thought that Mr. Morrison would be your father. He's the chairman of our company's parent company. This is really bad. My parents were getting on the ground apologizing to Mr. Morrison. They admitted they shouldn't have ever said those things.
Yeah, I heard about it. So what?
So what? I mean, they apologized so much, so we're okay, right? You talked to Mr. Morrison for us, right? Our family tends to joke around a lot, and we ended up joking around this time, but we just crossed the line. We realize it for ourselves, so you'd tell him to forgive us, right? We're engaged, and I'm sure that'll be easy for you.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I believe we put off our engagement, but is there a problem?
Huh? We put off our engagement? What are you talking about? That can't be true!
I'm surprised you think that we're still engaged after all that happened. I hate you so much, and I don't ever want to see your face again. I'm mad at myself for even considering a marriage with you.
What did I ever do to you? I was just fooling around!
Fooling around? Huh? You may have thought that you were just fooling around, laughing about it, but you didn't care if others might feel hurt or be insulted. Didn't you even think about it? Well, you're severely lacking something as a person. I shouldn't have ever been in a relationship with you. Please don't ever show your face to me again.
Wait, Amy, you can't be serious right now. You're not really gonna break up with me, are you?
Why don't you get it after I've been so clear about it? You were looking down on single-father households, but why?
Well, it means that you don't have a mother, right? So it's a bit different from most ordinary households.
Okay, that's enough. Your mother said that, so you took her words for it. And you just agreed with her without even thinking much about it, right? It wasn't even your opinion, but you still chose to look down on me and my father. And you even called us your slaves. Don't you think you crossed the line?
I understand. I'm sorry. I apologized. So now will you forgive me? I know that I was in the wrong. I don't like this. I don't want to argue with you.
We'll never argue again. I don't really care about you. We'll never see each other again. Neither me or my father.
Oh, don't say that.
A household that's a bit different from most ordinary families because there is no mother. I know it for myself already. But then, is that the reason why we don't have human rights? Are we slaves? You're not making any sense at all.
You're completely right. I said weird things. I'm sorry. It was my fault. I don't want to break up with you no matter what. Will you please forgive me? I was going to marry you.
I was going to marry you too. I had a lot of thoughts about it, but I still decided to marry you. I took it positively, and I decided that your strange personality can also be your strengths. I tried my best to take you for who you are. But you called my father a slave. What the heck? I don't wish to continue being with you after what you said. I can't continue loving you, and this is already over. I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I hope your family business stays alive.
What? Wait, what do you mean by that? I really need you, Amy. I don't care about the company. I just don't want to break up with you.
Is that what your mother is telling you to say? You should learn how to act based on your own judgment. Besides, you should learn some common sense. Anyway, good luck.
Huh? Hold on, Amy. This isn't over yet, is it?
Our relationship is over, and maybe you and your family's lives are over too. Goodbye. I hope you and your family are ready to face what's to come.
This is bad, Amy. I need you to call me.
What is it this time? I thought I asked you never to talk to me.
This is really bad. We're in huge trouble. Dad is about to step down from being the CEO.
I see.
Why are you acting as if this has nothing to do with you? Do you realize that this is your fault?
How is it my fault?
That's the only reason I can think of. It's only been 2 days since the incident, and now this is happening. I know that Mr. Morrison is behind this. The parent company said that it won't continue the business relationship with us unless my dad steps down from the CEO position. They never brought up anything like this before.
I see, but how is it my fault? Even if my father was behind that, it doesn't make it my fault, does it? You need to stop blaming others.
But Mr. Morrison is upset because of you, Amy!
No way. He's upset because of you and your family.
You don't have to be so mean to me!
You were being rude to me no matter how many times I asked you to be respectful. You're not entitled to make any demands. So you're saying that your father has to step down from being the CEO because of me? I'm sorry, but you can't blame me for that. It's not my fault to begin with. And I was hurt and insulted because of you and your terrible family. Maybe my father is upset because of that. But you don't deserve an apology from me because of that. I'm never going to apologize to you, and I don't consider it my responsibility.
Well, you have a point, but what about the marriage?
Are you talking about our marriage now? I thought you were talking about your father's company, but were we not?
We're getting married! If I don't get to inherit the company that I was going to take over, don't you think that we'll lead an unstable life after we get married? You should calm down and think about it for the sake of our future. It's not too late yet, so will you please talk to your dad about it? It's okay. No one in my family will be questioning you about it.
Wait, seriously? What are you talking about?
Huh?
You and I aren't getting married, so no matter what happens to you, I don't care about it at all. Even if you and your father end up losing your positions at work, I think it's only natural.
Natural? Why would you say that?
You looked down on others for their family situation. You said those people didn't have human rights, treating them as if they were your slaves. I don't think that's tolerable as a person who runs a business.
That was just a misunderstanding.
Even if my father wasn't Thomas Morrison. No matter who you were dealing with, you shouldn't have ever said any of those things. You should be ashamed of yourself for saying those things, rather than taking your mother's side. If you had the guts to speak up and say that she was wrong, maybe things turned out otherwise.
Amy, I'm very sorry. I was such a fool. I want us to start over again. That's all I ask for. You don't have to forgive me, so will you please give me one last chance?
No, not happening.
Why not?
I started a relationship with you because you asked me to give you a chance, and the moment I agreed on marrying you, you treated me like a slave. I'll be on my own from now on, so you should reconsider the way you live.
Oh, please, Amy, I can't possibly do anything without you!
I see. Then don't do anything. You'll only keep falling into hell. Let me say one last thing, though. You won't ever gain anything from looking down on other people. I hope you eventually become a person that others look up to. Well, you're rotten, inside out, so maybe it's already too late.
I hope you're feeling better by now. If you're feeling tired, you can always come back to my house. You don't have to hesitate, okay? I'm your father.
Huh? Why? I'm feeling fine, and I've been working already.
Huh? I thought you were sad about getting your engagement put off.
Sad? Well, I feel like I was such a fool.
Why would you say that? You didn't do anything foolish.
Yes, I was. I wanted to show off to you by marrying a man that I chose and prove that I was happy, but I ended up failing. I should have listened to you and made calmer judgments. I regret it now.
Why were you trying to show off to me? I'm your father. You can talk to me. I would have been happy to think about it alongside you. You're the most important person in this world to me.
That's exactly why. I wanted to make you feel relieved. You said that you trust me. But I don't trust myself. Things turned out in the worst way possible this time, too.
Don't worry, I made sure that family won't ever become successful again. We'll never have to deal with them again. Let's say that we got lucky to discover their personalities before you ended up marrying him.
I'm going to try my best to impress you.
You don't have to try hard for anything. I'm already proud of you, the way you are. Don't you forget about that. That man and his family were at fault for everything.
Oh, Dad, thank you for always being on my side. Please make sure you take good care of yourself. Kent continued to persistently send me the Romeo texts, but I ignored them all. I ultimately ended up blocking his number. Kent's father had been taken down from the CEO position, and he's now a rank-and-file employee. He now only makes 10% of what he used to make, but he struggled to find a new job. So he had no choice but to work in the same department as Kent at the same company. Their colleagues are giving them a side-eye, while the work plainly. I guess what goes around comes back around. I chose to marry Kent because I wanted to earn my father's trust. But it turned out that I ended up admiring my father even more than before. I want to focus on my work for now while I try to get better at reading people.